Hi, hi. So last night or this morning, I covered the situation with the 11-year-old Adrianna Young, Adrianna Young, right? And yesterday they was doing the autopsy on the 11-year-old. Now there is a lot of stuff that's going on around surrounding her unaliving, particularly it's very suspicious. So what I'm gonna do, for those who don't know who this little girl is, I'm gonna play uh, this so you can get up to date on what's going on with this story.
Adrianna Younge's death demands transparent answers and independent justice. Adrianna Younge's death demands transparent answers and independent justice. Guyana Business Journal editorial. The tragic death of 11-year-old Adrianna Younge at the Doubleday Hotel in Tucson has shaken the nation's conscience and exposed once again the profound deficits of trust in Guyana's institutions. In the aftermath of this preventable tragedy, the facts now known must be clearly stated and the urgent questions they raise must be answered. The known facts. 1. Timeline of events. On Wednesday, April 23, 2025, Adrianna Younge visited the Doubleday Hotel with her grandmother, Carol Xavier, and other relatives between 1 o'clock and 1:10 p.m. Her grandmother gave her money to purchase the bands required to access the swimming pool. She was last seen near the hotel pool shortly afterward. Following her disappearance, family members conducted an urgent search and notified the Tucson police station at approximately 3:30 p.m. Her body was discovered floating in the very same hotel pool around 10 to 10:30 a.m. on Thursday, April 24, nearly 20 hours after she was reported missing. 2. Physical evidence and suspicions of foul play. Medical personnel and police at the scene observed visible injuries on Adrianna's body, including bruises and swelling to her face and limbs, deepening concerns about possible assault before her death. Family members and residents have raised pointed questions about whether her body was in the pool during initial searches, and some suggest the possibility that she was killed elsewhere and placed in the pool later. 3. Initial police response and misinformation. The Guyana police force initially reported that CCTV footage showed Adrianna entering a red and black Toyota Ram, registration PSS 4684, which allegedly drove toward Breed and Hoop. This information was later retracted after review, with the GPF acknowledging the error and launching an internal investigation into the incident. The premature release of false information has severely eroded public confidence and raised fears of either gross incompetence or a deliberate attempt to mislead. 4. The hotel's troubling history. The Doubleday Hotel is no stranger to controversy. In 2012, a young mechanic was found dead in the same pool under suspicious circumstances. The hotel owner's son and a staff member were charged but later freed. This historical backdrop has intensified public outrage and raised questions about whether the hotel's interests have been improperly protected in the past. 5. Family's rejection of government-affiliated autopsy. Citing concerns over neutrality and transparency, Adrianna's family rejected a government-hired Barbadian pathologist, Dr. Shubhakar Kurapal. Represented by attorney Darren Wade, they demanded an independent autopsy by a North American expert, who is expected to arrive over the weekend to perform an autopsy on Monday, April 28. The family has also called for international investigators, specifically the FBI or Royal Canadian Mounted Police, to oversee the inquiry. 6. Government's response. President Irfan Ali met with Adrianna's family, pledged full support for an independent investigation, and instructed the Commissioner of Police to establish a special investigative team. The government has agreed to cover all costs associated with bringing an independent pathologist and has pledged that no resource will be spared in uncovering the truth. 7. Public outcry and protest. Following the discovery of Adrianna's body, mass protests erupted in Tucson and neighboring areas. During the unrest, fires were set at the Doubleday Hotel and the residence of its owner, under circumstances that remain under investigation. Protesters have continued to demonstrate, including a 12-hour standoff outside the Leonora police station on Friday, April 25, demanding justice and accountability. President Ali, while affirming the right to protest, has warned that destruction of property and road blockages will not be tolerated. 8. Administrative action. In recognition of serious institutional failures, Region 3 Police Commander Khalid Mundal was officially reassigned on Friday, April 25, 2025, to Regional Division #4B. Assistant Commissioner Mahindra Saunarine has been appointed as the new commander for Region 3. Authorities have questioned multiple individuals connected to the hotel, including the owner, Mr. Pola, hotel employees, security guards, police officers, and a swimming instructor. The death of Adrianna Younge is not only a heartbreaking loss for her family, it is a stark indictment of the systems meant to protect Guyanese citizens. It is a national test, a test of whether we still have the institutional will and moral clarity to pursue the truth without fear or favor. Guyanese citizens are not merely mourning the death of a child. They are demanding answers about the safety of their children, the competence of their institutions, and the integrity of their leadership. To restore public trust, to honor Adrianna's memory, and to ensure justice is done and seen to be done, 6 critical questions must now be answered. 6 key questions. 1. How did Adrianna Younge disappear from the hotel premises without immediate detection, despite being under family supervision and hotel security? Why was her body not found during initial searches of the premises, including the pool area? 2. What are the precise circumstances, timeline, and cause of Adrianna's death? Specifically, what explains the injuries noted on her body, and was there foul play involved? 3. Why did the Guyana police force initially release incorrect information suggesting that Adrianna had entered a vehicle and left the premises, and was this a result of negligence, incompetence, or intentional misinformation? 4. What lapses, if any, occurred in the hotel's security protocols, staff actions, and surveillance systems, and are the owners and staff complicit in any misconduct or cover-up? Does the previous death at the same hotel in 2012 indicate a pattern of negligence or worse? 5. What role, if any, did police leadership or government officials play in the handling or mishandling of the initial investigation, and were standard investigative procedures followed? 6. What independent mechanisms, such as North American forensic pathologists, FBI, or RCMP investigators, or civilian oversight bodies, will be implemented to ensure a transparent and impartial investigation and restore public trust? In this moment, Guyana stands at a crossroads. Justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. Anything less would betray Adrianna, her family, and the future of our nation. Guyana Business Journal Editorial Board. www.guyanabusinessjournal.com. Leave a comment. Save my name.
Yeah, I feel that they need to investigate this a little more, because yesterday when I put up the video, the live yesterday of them at the autopsy particularly, as you can see, there was a lot of unrest. The father came out. Let me see if I can get to the video. Because there's been a lot of activities before this, so I'm just trying to catch up a little bit myself. And as you see, there's loads of police that was there present at the autopsy when the autopsy was being done. There was also seemed like there was, shots at the protesters. the person that was putting out. I'm trying to get to the part. You see, the police presence was really there. And my thing is this: is just like
So the street outside of the hospital.
it can also cause a coup. I've been in round when a kind of a coups happen, because it's happened in Trinidad. I see that there's a lot of speculations to the hotel. They said that there's a secret door that was found in one of the hotel walls as well. The grandma was talking about her story, which I'm gonna put up on this video, I think. And the father that really, get things a little moving as well, because there's a picture of her in the water, submerged in the water. And even my neighbor said that, told me that how something had happened before her unaliving. So let me see, I can get the part. The father is very distraught. I mean, mind you, I got to it later on when they was trying to find out how she got unalived. I think even the bringing out of the body was really sad. When you see the father himself still mourning, and the mum.
Hello. Yeah, that's such a drunk, and there's no result for me. For me, there's no result. By the time that a drunk, there's no result. For the people I'm watching, no result. No result.
And I know, so he wasn't happy with that autopsy, That's why I gave the timeline. So when I put up these, so it all makes a little sense, because people are finding holes and money boxes and safes and all sorts of things. I think this was earlier in the day. My thing is, like, people's laughing at this like it's a joke because they don't understand the accent. It's crazy to me. Like, a child's being unalived. People are distraughted. I don't see nothing funny in this, but people are strange.
Because I obviously did not want to be in the rush coming from Balancing Hospital to GPHC. When I arrived, I must say that I was told that only NCN would be allowed in the compound. And I nodded my head and I came in. And I stood in a car, and that was about half an hour before the body came over. But I can say that what I heard a police officer who seemed in charge of the ranks on the ground telling her traffic ranks and her general duty ranks is that they're not to prevent anyone from coming in, but they're to maintain order, allow people to stand in the corner or ask them to stand across the road and not block the traffic. So where the instruction came from, I don't know. Again, the newsroom was not given any preferential treatment or any preferential arrangement, and things unfolded how it did. Thank you.
Yeah, that's at the autopsy. That's at the place, at the hospital, Georgetown. This was before that, when that time I come. The protesters is at the other end. So of course, if you haven't got answers for your child's death, you will be distraughted. It's no.
This is Kurt Campbell from the newsroom. Kurt, how did you get in?
Morning, Travis. I want to say, first of all, that no preferential treatment or arrangement was in place for the
He said that how he didn't get special treatment for coming in to come into the autopsy. He was able to walk in and come in. So the trying to get all the little bits in before that happened.
Security.
So this is about the media coming in.
But if you handle,
I confront him in front of these reporters just now. I never give any such instructions. And I confront him in front of all these persons here. They're from Svetlana from News Source, right? Yes. I don't know, it's Kaitour Newsroom. Everybody's here. And I confronted the security if ever such instruction was given to him by myself or anybody at United.
No, they were saying to block the media.
Who were coming into the compound. And not that he was given an instruction. I even showed him a message that I was called by what's my name?
Because they didn't allow NCN, we just
right. Who didn't allow them?
The security told us
right. So
there's a whole heap of confusion with the media.
And I'm going to read it this morning. Samuel here. The entire media has been allowed.
Problems with the media at the beginning, but the part I really want to get, to be honest, is the I think it's the mother as well, because we hear the father, but we see the mum. See, they're not trusting the Guyana police. They feel there's foul play involved.
Sister with my big granddaughter. So when I went there and I buy the band, I put on the two little one band and the two big granddaughter, Adrianna and Kaya was there. So Kaya said, Mommy, they asked me my age and I tell them I'm 14. And I asked Adrianna her age and Adrianna says she's 11. Right? So the boy said, okay. It was an Amerindian looking boy, like. The boy said, okay. And they walk back, they come back to my granny, we get we bad. I said, okay, what you going to do first? You going to bathe? They say, yeah. They was excited to go in the pool. So they went down to the pool, I stand up and I watch them. All these things didn't reach 1:30 yet. Okay. Within 1 to 1:30, all of these happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, within these. And I watch the three of them. When Adrianna go in the pool, she go right by the step car and she stand up in the car and she brace the pool and she takes her two hands and she rake back like. So say them was bathing and I turn away and I was like, gonna get some food and eat. So in the height, I take out the food, I throw out some juice and I go to sit down to eat and my grandson comes see it. So it's a grandma, I hungry. I say, okay, babe, sit in this chair. I get up from the chair and I put it in. So as I taking out the food, Gabriella come on the other side. Granny, I hungry too. I said, okay, you know what? Go and call Adrianna. So the three are going to eat one thing. She said, she walk like we was here, the pool was there. So she make 2 steps. Granny, I didn't see Adrian in the pool.
So you didn't see when she got up?
No, she disappeared. That's what she
Granny, I didn't
disappeared.
see Adrian in the pool. Then Sayed said to me, Granny, she'd come out of the pool and she was standing on the other side. And she was watching me, but I ducked down, and when I raised up, I didn't see she back. So I said, she gone to the washroom. My daughter run to the washroom. We didn't hesitate on nothing, like, give it time or for calculate. Like, this is something I know she wouldn't do. That is why we start looking at the same moment.
And that's why you thought she went to the washroom?
Yeah, and we went, my daughter went to check, Mommy, she's not here. Mommy, everybody get up and we start searching and calling for she.
Were there other people utilizing the pool at the time?
Yes, it had a man, an Indian man, a fat man. He was sitting there. His family then was in the pool. It had another lady and a little boy next to the table with us. On the other side to the roadside, my niece's husband, them was sitting there. We sit around the pool. But them boys left and go and sit one side from we. My sister was sitting, everybody was sitting facing the pool. Nobody didn't take them eye off the pool. But
nobody saw her when she got up?
No, this is the thing that really I know that my grandma didn't come out to there. Because I start getting these feelings and I said to my husband, no. First of all, I went to the receptionist.
Okay.
I said, I miss my granddaughter. That was 1:45. I said, man, I miss my granddaughter. And I ain't finding she. Can't you run your camera that I could see which entrance she got? She said, we have camera, but I don't know if it's working.
Oh, wow.
I went back to the guy that's selling in the bar. He said, yes, we have camera, but I don't know if it's working. I didn't ask them nothing more. I didn't say nothing more. I went out on the main road. And I look left, I look right, I walk, I peep, I walk. I even called my daughter and I say, how far?
I miss you.
I call Amicia 2:10, 2:15.
To let her know that Adrianna was missing.
I call, I didn't get on to she. I called my son, I didn't get on to he. I called my brother because he's living here. I said, go and see, because Brian was by me the morning and he said, my mother, my head hurt and my bad, I didn't know what's going on. I said, man, I got a tablet to sell for headache. You want to get it for you? I got to go and buy it. He said, no, I'm going to go home and drink 2 Panadol. So I know he went home. Tell my brother going to wake you up. I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know. I said, Brian, he said, Carol, yes, what happened? I said, my son, I can't find your daughter.
No, that's sad.
He said, no, my mother, you can't. I'm coming. By the time I miss your call, I miss the call. I miss I'm finding Adrianna. I miss the same one. She said, hello. She said, I'm coming. In any case, I didn't hesitate no time. I come out and I watch for neighbors with camera. I see neighbors.
But did you call the police before approaching the neighbors?
No, I didn't call the police then. About minutes to 3, I tell my husband, come, let we go into the station in Tushin.
So I want to bring in Amicia now. When you learned of your daughter being missing, where were you at the time? How fast you got there? What you saw when you got there? Who you spoke with when you got there?
So when I got onto her and she told me, I said, I'm coming because it's strange because Adrianna won't leave to go nowhere without nobody knowing where I'm going here or going there. And I left because I work at Popeyes. I'm a supervisor there. And I left and I came over. And when I got there, I saw a couple of my family friends there and we looking. They say that by then the CID was there, right?
Yeah, when you come.
CID by the name of Reese was there with a police officer and he said they searched the building. I said, yeah, search the building and you didn't find her? He said, no. And my small daughter and son was sitting and this is her slippers, they had her slippers. So I said, my child is right in there. I said, she wouldn't leave this place, she's right in there. He said, by then he hesitated, then he said, they get footage that is showing that she came out and she left in a vehicle. I said, what?
And this was at what time they told you that?
There's like after 3.
Yeah.
After 3 o'clock.
After 3, right? I said, what? He said, yes. In any case, she had already gotten on to the neighbor, but the neighbor didn't know how to
operate
the camera, so we had to wait on our daughter to come home. It was like after 6, right? Anyway, we wait, but before all of this, they said my husband get into the police vehicle, and me along with my sister and her, we went behind because they say that they tracked this vehicle, the vehicle going to Firefit.
No, they say there's somewhere in Masjid Street.
Somewhere in there, because we drive through. But when I was driving through there, they was just looking for other people to pick up to take to the station, right? In any case, by the time that we end up telling CI, but why is going there doing their own arrest, different arrests? And when we got there, then they said that they track the vehicle, it's going to Parfit, and they have patrol out there. We go back to the station. Get back to the station, the same thing we keep hearing. We reach back to the hotel. When we reach back there, by then we got over the neighbor. We got access to the camera. The footage run. You see when they reached there. You see when she went over there to talk with the neighbor to ask everything. You didn't see no color first. They say it was a black Ram. I forget the number plate number, some PSS something. Then they changed from a black Ram to a red Ram with some black top on it or some of that, right? Anyway, they'll finish the camera run. Reese run the camera must be about up to 28 minutes after 9. He come out. And he was like,
so Reese is the police officer.
Reese is a CID that's from Tusional Post.
And he saw the surveillance footage as well.
He saw that, right? Along with another officer that he had with him. And he came out and he said he got information on this person. He got the person address, but the person is renting this vehicle. And he got a picture of the person, and he's going to go to the center and look at the footage that he's telling me that he saw my child came out and went into this car. And then he's going to go to Parfit. So we even asked him, we said, we can't come with you. I said, we won't come out of the vehicle, but can we come with you? He said, no. So I said, but you run this camera here and you saw nothing of what you're saying that is on that camera. I said, can't we go over there? Can you shut down the building so we can search properly? Because I said, I don't believe that my child left that building, right? He said, you want me to be left without a job? I can't do that. You want me to be left without a job? That's what he said to me. I said, okay. He left and he went. I never saw him back. I don't know if he was ever there back again or what, but I never saw him back.
The only time I saw him back is when I went to the station at Lenora after dropping the body at the hospital, and I take her out to the mortuaries.
We'll get to that. But I want to bring in also Amika, the aunt. You were also there the afternoon after she went missing. You spoke to anybody at the hotel, and were you able to also speak to the police?
All right. So when I got there, I think it was just after 3, and we initially there were people outside, neighbors that are like family. All right. So we were outside, and then we went inside to ask the staff. There were 3 staff members inside a room to ask if they had seen her. They laughed at us. The girl was laughing and bowing their heads and, just carrying on. So we said, you can't do that. You can't laugh. This is a serious matter. This is an 11-year-old child that has gone missing and you're laughing. By then, the Bola, the owner's son, came in and he saw me with my phone because I have a video of that. And he's like, you can't video here, you can't video here. I said, I'm going to video right here because this is an 11-year-old child that has gone missing. You can't tell me what to do. By then, he was on his phone calling persons. Eventually, what happened is that some police officers, plainclothes, came. They spoke with him and not with us at first. No, they didn't even talk with us. They didn't speak to us at all. Come to think of it, they didn't speak with us. They went to him, they talked with him, and he never came to us. We were standing like we're over the road there, just at the edge of the road. He was over this side. He was up and down pacing on his phone. And he eventually told a young man from Virgin Region, came up to him, gave him a pound and said, that girl isn't here. The girl left here. She's not here. Right? Never spoke. What happened after is that all of these police officers that were there, they protected him. None of them came to us, say sorry about this. This is crazy. We begged them to shut the hotel down so that we can search. Nobody. In fact, they were like threatening us. We have to move from there, move away from there. This is a man's business place and all of that. During all of this time, there were patrons coming into this hotel. There were persons still swimming in that pool. There were people by the pool side. There were people swimming in the pool, the patrons. And so it was business as usual. It was as if nothing had happened or was happening, I should say, there.
Why the family insisted. At one point, the police told you guys to go home.
Yeah.
We're investigating this matter.
All right, so let me tell you direct. Mr. Mandal, the commander, came. He came, and he said, "All right, we're going to allow you to search, but listen, we're going to allow 2 family members to search." So we said, "No, not two. Two persons are not enough to search this big place." And then he said, "Okay, we're going to allow 5 persons to search, but we have a video here showing that this is the girl." Mandal told me. We have a video here. He has his phone in his hand. We have a video here showing that the girl left. So I said, "Show us the video." Up to now, Mandal never showed us that video, but was insisting that we clear the road and that we go home because he has a video on his phone showing that she left. You understand? So we knew, back to your question, we knew, the family knew, I knew that Adrianna would have never left that pool. Listen, Adrianna is extremely, extremely quiet. She's a happy child, but she's also an introverted child, right? So she's not this child that will just wander off. She's not this child that is troublesome. You have to, where is Adrianna? Go and find her. No. All right? That is not her character. So we knew. I told them when they said to me that her clothes was wet and she's barefoot, I said even if she had on dry clothes and footwear, she wouldn't leave there without letting somebody know. And I said, that's unlike her. That could never be. She's in this hotel. We knew that.
Now that you've spoken about who she was and her being quiet, what would have caused her to leave that area, the pool where her grandmother and other relatives were?
All right, so we believe that she just didn't leave there. We believe that maybe somebody beckoned to her to come. We believe that, or she was in the washroom and somebody led her away, because when I went to the building yesterday, I saw that they have like these double walls. When I checked, they have double walls that are passageways. So we believe that somebody actually took her, either called her and she went to them, to see what they wanted, or grabbed her.
Wow.
She just did not leave. She wouldn't leave.
Oh, boy.
Now going back to the night, after the search was conducted, did you check the pool?
All right, no. Great. All right.
That was the first thing we did. Everybody jumped in the pool and feel one set at 4 of them. 2 come like this and 2 come on. It had a man training some children there. And the man put the children on the side and he helped us. And look and feel.
It was empty
and
first.
they only even come and say, feel behind the stairs like where you just go down on. Feel behind there. They check again. Adrianna was not in the pool. She was not in the pool till they put her in the pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so the night was a search also conducted in the pool, around the pool, in other sections of the hotel.
Yes. So I think Amisa can speak about the name of the officer that came and eventually said, let's search. right?
That was one of
I
the.
can't remember his name.
That was Harris.
Harris, yeah.
Harris came like around 12, 11 something, just before 12, and he shut down the place. What Mr. Reese could have done earlier, he came and he did. And he said the footage that y'all hearing about, it's a misinformation. He said there's no footage, your child is right in here.
An officer told you that?
Yes, he said that. He said this is a misinformation, and he said we're gonna search. And he allowed us to go in, but still we couldn't have going like, a whole set. It was just me, my sister, and a friend. With 4, I suggest CID officers, along with son and a boy that works there with him that pulled gun on my brother, right? In any case, we went wrong the pool, you're walking right there, all the rooms, nothing. But still within me, I keep saying, I even told son, I said, son, we's villagers, you know me. I said, just give me my data, because personally, he killed that woman's son, and he did the same thing to that woman. I said, just give me my data, and he's not saying anything, and we walking, and we searching, and nothing. We do it like 3 times, come out back, we outside everybody with we. I come home at 4 something in the morning just to rinse off my skin and go back again. We start back searching after 6. I passed the pool about 4 or 5 times. My daughter went to the pool. And then Mr. Allen is a whole distraction. He came with and saying, "Oh, we get a call. Oh, my dad is at Shoreville, and oh God, I hustling for go down." And my brother that turned tell me, "Don't move from me. You ain't going nowhere from me because there's a lie." When I turn back, I hear a girl hollering, "Look, the bike switching a trolley." By the time we turn back, my son didn't even hustling for move. You ain't see where the next trolley there we switch, but I swear I feel he bring down me daughter. Same by bring down me daughter where we put shit. And we gone, I ain't see nothing. I walk the pool, I walk right there. My daughter went there. My baby went down there.
So her body was discovered after 10.
No, 9:30.
9:30, her body was discovered.
That was when they said to us, they tell me if I could get a clothes that you recently wear, and they getting some dogs to come down. I said, yes, I have your clothes that you change when she go there. So I had to come home, get the clothes and come back. By the time I reach back, like 10 or 15 minutes after, then somebody say, look, somebody throw something in the pool and they run. By the time that the crowd started to run, well, remember they locked the door, you can't get the entrance in. So the guys them jump between the fence, and the guys them broke the fence and they run in. By the time I left stand up, I couldn't move. I see my son run and he jump overboard. Then I said, yes, Adrianna, that is she the truth. So whoever did it, I don't know.
Grandmother speak about what happened the day Adrianna's disappeared.
Without the band, you can't go in the water. So she took her brother and sister with her, with my big granddaughter. So when I went there and I buy the band, the bike put on the 2 little one band, and the 2 big granddaughter, Adrianna and Kaya, was there.
Wow. So the family went searching for her all over the place. So there was nothing in the pool. Look around the pool. Look around the hotel. They couldn't find the. Then they sent them on the wild goose chase. Then the hotel didn't even want to work so that they can go out and see the CCTV to see where she went to. Now, I did see the part where they burnt the hotel, right? Now, to be honest with you, right, if something had happened before where a person had got unalive in that hotel, I would say that will be exactly what I would do, because you're looking. Remember, this is every parent worst nightmare, that you're out with your child and something happened with your child, right? And then then how your child is and how they stay, and that how they don't go nowhere without asking you or saying, can I go to ABC, or I'm here, right? So I believe that maybe at the time they must have taken her from under the nose of the grandmother, because it's not the grandmother. The grandmother was diligent enough where she went and she asked the people for the footage so she could find out exactly where the child is located, because I can't remember when exactly it started. I think it was last week when the man talked about his daughter was missing and he don't know what happened to his daughter, because a lot has happened from that time till now. And it's just that when they're telling the story, when they're saying what happened, you can feel that she's tried to find out what happened to the granddaughter. Where is she? All that, you know what I mean? This is the video that was circulating of the father. I think this is the one. There's a video that was circulating of the father when he discovered she was missing. I think this is the autopsy.
Strength, please, Father God, I'm begging you, please, strength.
This when they got her. You have to feel it for me now.
Strength, please, Father God, I'm begging you, please, strength.
So there was being transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital this time. They're trying to stroke for everybody at the same time he's breaking down himself. Now, it's so sad because it's the way how it's playing out, because it looks like there's something with the police as well, because they were saying that maybe the police have something to do with it. That's why they asked for international pathology to be taken over, right? And I'm trying to find the time when they build up to burning down the place, because they burned down the hotel as well. I don't like the music. See, the music's a bit much. Let me see if I can find another one.
People, good morning. Good morning. I haven't slept. We haven't slept. Persons are out here. We are in solidarity. For those who don't know, there is an 11-year-old child by the name of Adrianna Younge who has gone missing after an outing at the Doubleday International Hotel poolside with her grandmother, aunt, and other relatives, sister and brother. And to this time, we are not clear on where this child is presently. What has happened over the night period? A lot has happened. There hasn't been any violence, thank God. We are here and we are sticking it out. We are standing and we are with the family, the parents. We are here. And we are now in the process of getting a team. And they're saying if no matter how long it takes, if it takes all day, we are going to go into this place and we're going to see what is it we can find. We are asking for the relevant authorities who may be under the sound of my voice this morning. We are asking and we are requesting sniffer dogs from Georgetown to come to this location, to be brought to this location, because that is what can confirm and help us in a greater way. For the premises was not, the establishment was not shut down. There was no halt in any order of business on this premises from the time that this child was discovered missing. Upon speaking to the relatives and the grandmother and everybody else that she came with yesterday, the period from the time they arrived, about 10 minutes after 1 p.m. to about quarter to 2 or 10 minutes to 2 p.m. That is the gap period between which the child went missing. She went and purchased bands for them to swim in the pool. She went and she changed her clothing. She went into the pool. She was already dripping with water. She was in the pool swimming. Her footwear is left there. There is nothing that has proven to us yet that she returned through this lobby. This is the entrance and the exit. This is the entrance and the exit we are looking at. Nothing has proven to us that she left and came out independently. And a narrative is being pushed right now that a ram, this was the first and the initial information that the police gave to the relatives to say that a ram, we don't know where they got that from, but a ram, this girl was picked up in a ram and headed in the Vrednoop direction, eastern direction, for those who don't know where Vrednoop is, because we are at Tushin right now. That was the first and initial information, and that is not true. Every news that you're reading, and that is what it's saying, it's fake news, because it's confirmed now that the surveillance footage from across the road, from the houses across the road and the buildings across the road, have not shown any activity of the child. But we are going into the building now, and we will go back live when I... Okay, people, good morning.
So everybody got involved and started looking for the child. It's mad how this establishment is still been going after somebody was unalived in it. It's kind of interesting that, hold on, I think Ian caught on to it too. Hold on, let me see. So the ones I keep coming across is where the father was asked, where the family was asked to go to the autopsies. That's the parts I keep coming into, the parts. That was the protest early in the day. So that was the protest early in the day, because when I came, they dispersed the crowd, you see. So the crowd was dispersed, was you know, because you can hear them shooting the plastic bullets at them and that. The video I did come across was this one of the father. This is what prompted me to. The father was what got all the medias going, because if he didn't make up noise, I feel that nobody would have not have taken notice. It would have been another missing child with that haven't been named, or you know what I mean?
Who feels it knows it.
With me. And the sun will rise and rise me right there. Because I know me that thing. I'm going to this morning, the police they went here the store. The police will tell you this morning, when they searched that building, you had nobody. I tell you, there was this morning just after 6. Just after 6 this morning when we searched. Now we got I tell them again. When I come to me for going to the building, as the father come going far, ask them I tell them. I said no. I said, man, why are you going to the building? I said, you're going to bring me that up from me, because I know she like that. Yeah, tell you, everybody watching me like I'm mad. Everybody watching me like I'm mad. Police, whoever went in there. You know what my dog this morning? Well, I talk. I feel it's the commission I talk to the commission still coming on. Make sure we talk to this morning. And the commission asked me to let the people don't behave in this attitude. And I live inside here. And I walk and I come out and I talk to the people there. And I say, please. I say, yeah, please. I say, I'm begging y'all just stand for me, y'all don't do nothing. I say, y'all clear the road. I say, the commander coming when he come, y'all get clear away. I want you to tell you what I was swear for my life. As I walk off this road here, and I'm going back there, everybody start running to the pool. It's just after 9. Everybody start rushing to the pool. I said by the light post. The light post is showing right there. I said by the light post. We saw the pool, we see nothing. I see everybody running over there. And when everybody run over there, say, look, this little girl in the back. The people them say, look, this little girl in the back. And when I said the little girl's in there, I jump off from there and I jump over the fence. And I run and I plunge in that pool. Look, my hands is wet up and on my brief, everything wet. When everybody start watching me that, I see my go, hold me that, like they say. I push on the pool. Yeah, I tell y'all. So no, if they had 4 or 5 staff inside here. And more than that. Yeah, tell you, because I stand up the whole night, I see people inside the whole night in activities. People moving. And I ask the police. Off me own. It's an officer, it's not a crime scene. This place is supposed to close since yesterday 2 o'clock when this lady are missing. The police was here at the moment. The CID. The CID trying to tell me. Now tell me now the camera and walking. The CID trying to tell me. If you run the camera, he run the camera and walking. The CID with the corporal from Cushion was here. Trying to tell me. If I lock up this place, I might go walk boss with you. That was the word to me, and I don't mean the boss conductor. If I lock up this place, I might go walk boss with you because I get knocked off. That was the police word to me, and I was like, what this police like laugh?
How many times prior to you finding your daughter's body was the pool searched?
The pool search yesterday when my family realized this girl is not around. And Sergeant pool is 4 sergeants, right? When I leave the pool, I said, well, my mom called me. She said, so Brian, we don't find Adrian. No one knows she come home. I said, no, Adrian not at home, me alone at home. So the moment I was in my bay back, so I sit down in my chair because I have nothing to do. And I pick up my pants and I left home. And when I reach Purike, I reach here, it's about 3, but 2:30 to 20 after 2, I reach here front here. Since I reach here, Miss Mother tell me to go to the person and ask them, they don't see anybody like this little girl. But you know, he had 3 persons at the desk. 3 persons working there at the desk. Good. And so when I go to these 3 persons and ask them, each and every one had a smile on their face, like something funny. Right? Well, I tell me though,
you know what's so messed up about this is how they treat the family. The fact that they didn't stop business, they continue to do the business. The child was, Adrianna was reported missing, right? And the business owner, what he should have done is he should have stopped hotel moving. Like, you know what I mean? Just stop everything. Then even when the father get there, right? It's like they still continue doing and they're laughing and getting on as normal. Really, right? You should be concerned, right? Because one, you don't know who's in your hotel. You don't know. Because of the history of it, right? When you want to change what happened in the hotel, like the history of the hotel, the fact that he laughed at the father shows me he is twisted. He's a twisted person that dealt with the father, and also they could have dealt with it a little more differently. He doesn't know how to deal with people. Like, you know what I mean? There's a way to deal with people, man, in this situation, and he didn't deal with it properly. So, of course, like the parent, you're mad. Like the child ain't come out of the hotel. The child ain't come out. They left. Right. So according to them, they checked the pool a couple times. And then later on, it's like then they found the body. There's a picture of the body floating in the pool, which is sad. Even seeing that, like they throw her in the pool. You know, it's stories like this is very sad. This is a very sad story. I don't know how people look at it. It's a sad story because it's a parent's worst nightmare. It's the worst thing ever that can happen. You know, and the police in Guyana should do better. Right. You should deal with it a bit better. You know, there was no action for a long time. So basically, if the Guyanese people didn't kick up stink and kick off door and do what they had to do, right, probably nothing would have not been done, right. So, and the fact that they say, oh, it's just drowning. So me, I'll think, yeah, I might have to get a third person to go take a look at the body again. So, you know, I'm glad that the father's on it, the mum's on it, the grandmother's on it, because I feel that they will tell them some next thing, segue them some next way story, like, you know, like excuses. I don't know. I can't explain.
when I tell them people they say, and people laugh, I stand there. I ain't going to place yet, you know. I stop there. I say, you know what? I watch you over so. I watch you over there. I watch by the lumber yard. I watch you all over where I can get the camera fetch you from. To show what if me that come out from this place. Because
I can't get over that they laugh. Like, what is funny? What's funny at this point? What's funny? You know? But I like how he waited, because he said, okay, she must come out to this. She must come out somewhere where I could see her. She must come out.
And now she went in. Over there, we get no video. Over there, we get no video. We get a video from that blue house over there. Almost 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon. This when the people then come home, check the camera, then when the police go and check the camera. When he started from 6, he must be done till 9. The police told and tell me they got some camera show, some black ram.
Red rum.
Why you listen?
Black and red rum.
Some black and red ram with PSS. PSS 46 84. And this vehicle belongs to Carpet Army. I leave my family in front here because my family them was there. And they asked me where I'm going. And I tell them I'm going up the road and make a fine spin. I leave from here and I went till the parapet, me and my soldier alone. And we drive around all over the parapet. Yeah, tell you, when I don't drive around all over, I went to parapet police station last night. Never say I went there last night because I make another report last night, take some document information from me right there last night. And I leave there. I reach back here about 11. When I reach back here about 11 or just after 11, my family told and tell me, the police come here and tell them come Marvis Road and go home.
Exactly, they should.
You hear? The police tell my family there last night, don't stop in front of people's place, I go home, nobody there. Now me now, and leaving me belly, this me pick the make she. I know she's just baby, never go where left she. I know she's just baby, I hope she fit she buckle. Yeah, tell you, I go for them, I don't do them things, I know is it. And I said, me know, me don't have to die. Because them people try to convince me now. Hey, the people start telling me. You know, I'll be honest here, I don't know for real, right? Right? But nobody can make me nothing in life. Here, I got a little brains in my head. Can't make me nothing. Here, the people telling me. When we reach here, these people tell me last night, but 11 o'clock time, you know, going on to 12 o'clock, 11 to 12 o'clock time. He had 2 jet police was there too, with the officer in charge. The officer in charge is the one who come and I said, boss, why you didn't arrest this man up now? Me that missing almost 12 hours now when this man running up and down freely, this man walking in, I see people activities up to now. I said this place is supposed to close down. This place is supposed to be a crime scene. And the officer and say, okay, we gotta arrest this man. After arrest this man, they put in the jeep drive off. Jeep driving out to Lenora. I was standing in the office, so I didn't leave him. I talked to the officer. The officer told and tell me, the people don't want to start this place. It was about 12 o'clock time last night. Why you saying at 2 o'clock yesterday or 1:30 or quarter to or 20 to 2?
The police didn't even do nothing. It's like the police was just there for like, I don't even know, man. It's just I like the father. The father's very diligent. I like how he stay, you know. I like it because he knows his child so well. Hear what he said, I birth her. She come from me. I feed her. He even make sure he got asked the police what's going on, this, that. When I'm trying to see video, even that black ram was mentioned again. But yet still, when they went to the pool, she wasn't in the pool. When they went to the next one, she wasn't there. And then later on, her body was found in the pool. So I know there's loads of tributes for her, even here in London. They did something for her in Jamaica. I think something's going on today in London. But it's just, it's sad, you know? it's sad because it's like you can't even say to your child, go and get this from over there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you got to even walk with them to go, like, just even pick up something for swimming. You know, like they're unsafe. They're unsafe. And because the hotel has a history of a person being unalive as well. So that's why I believe why the people burn it down. And you know what? I am mad with them for that. I'm not mad with them for that because you get no answers. You get no answers. You're asking questions, you're asking this, you're asking that, you're asking what's going on, all this, that, right? Like, that's why I feel like the pathology, the autopsy itself, and they say, oh, like there were no bruises, no this, no that, they're just drowning. I think it was a bit more to it than that. I think there's a bit more to it. And I hope they find the answers out because I was watching it from the sidelines. I've been watching it from the sidelines because it's the information's coming out so quick, so fast, and so fast sometimes, you know, you miss stuff, you know. And it's sad that how this 11-year-old got taken unalived in such a way. It's mad times. I mean, it was mad before. Like I say, it was mad before. Mad times now, you know. You know, it's like you have 5 eyes, 6 eyes, 20 eyes when you're going out with children because there's always a moment, you know what I mean? You gotta be always on your P's and Q's, overprotective. You have to be overprotective over them. You gotta be overprotective over them because that's the only way you can guarantee that how your child is gonna be all right, you know? So I ain't gonna stay for too long. I'm gonna leave it right here because I got the live yesterday. I put up the live yesterday of the pathology. I didn't even know it was autopsy that was going on. I just hear bullets flying, and the guy ducked down behind the gate, and I think he was a journalist. So when I see him ducking down now, and I'm seeing the police, and you see the police stand up, and they stand up near the hospital part, I think, and they were guarding it. They stand near the entrance. The people was at the other end, mind you, because they moved from the middle of the street to the other side of the street, you know. So it's sad, man. It's sad times, man. But I hope they get justice for this little girl. You know, like I said, the Caribbean, the government, the police is corrupt. And I see the Prime Minister talking and said that something's going to be done. I hope something does be done because it's not, you know, like we don't need repeats of this. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, I don't come off. I just thought I'll just put this up because to bring it more up to date. I did it back to front, mind you, but it is what it is. And I'll see you in the next one. And I hope you have a good day still and be safe out there and make sure your children's safe. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one.